Hi, my name is Sheila Hill. I'm an intuitive life coach and a spiritual guide. Today's video is about relevance. And man, am I proud of myself that I was able to say that on the first try. I'm having a lot of trouble with words, and relevance is one of them. We just did a live call in my Patreon group, and we had a great conversation, but one of the topics that came up that I really felt was worthy of doing a separate video, because it's been coming up for me personally, I've been working through this, is the concept of being relevant. So let's unpack it a little bit. We, as humans, live our whole life seeking to be relevant, seeking to fit in, to belong, to be loved, to be safe, to be validated. And until we come to our awakening, everything about that is the trauma of separation, the childhood trauma. The seeking to be relevant was, if I am relevant, I will be safe. If I am relevant, I will be loved. If I am relevant, I will belong. The word relevance has so much attached to it in connotation, in belief structure, and in the reason that we seek to be relevant. But then we come to our awakening process, and in the awakening process, we still seek to be relevant, because you come into awaken into there's more. There's more to me than the ego identity. There's more to reality than what I see. There is so much more. And from that perspective, we then move into, excuse me, another space of seeking relevance in where is my soul mission? What is my soul purpose? Who am I out there? And why am I here? But again, it's just playing the game of relevance in a new way, from a new perspective. It is still seeking to be valid, to be loved, and to be accepted, but from a different plane. So the bigger ask, the biggest ask in this process is, can you and are you willing to be irrelevant? Because when you understand what seeking to be relevant really means, it is a trap of the ego, the false self, seeking relevance, seeking belonging, love, worthiness, all the words, in a false reality through other people who are also in their ego that are also seeking to be relevant. The whole thing is insanity. The whole thing is insanity. And yet we get up every day and we seek to be relevant. Relevant as a parent, relevant as a partner, relevant at work. Excuse me. We are working on ourselves to align to our divine purpose. It doesn't matter what the story is or what the purpose is. The driving factor is that we are always seeking to be relevant. Can you let all that go? Can you see it for what it is? That it is the false self seeking to be valid in a false reality with false people. And I don't mean that as a derogatory comment against your family or your community or the people that you engage with. Can you be irrelevant? Can you be just for the sake of being? Can you fill your life with activities and conversations and engagements with others, or not at all, just for the purpose that it brings you joy, and not seek to be relevant in any of it, to not attach to any story, to any need for it to produce an income or a name or followers or love or acceptance or anything at all? Can you lay in bed and just be because it feels good? Can you color or bake or garden or go for a walk or cuddle your pet just because it feels good? No other reason. Can you live your life and sew together a whole new live stream of energy, a whole new way of existing that is purely just based on, I'm just going to be. I'm going to be in this now and do what feels good, and then be in the next now and do what feels good. And eventually that'll all sew together. But if all I'm ever doing is what feels good to me for no other reason other than the fact that it feels good, can you see how expansive that is? Can you feel that even just in this video? That the more that I talk about being in that nothing state of complete irrelevance, but following just whatever feels good in every now moment, can you feel how expanded that you begin to feel? That's why you're here. That's it. That is why you're here. You are not here to hustle to be relevant. That is a fool's game. So take this on board in whatever way you're willing and able to accept it. Maybe it'll be something that circles around for you in another couple of weeks or in a month. Or maybe you've watched this video today and you're like, wow, you know what? I never looked at it that way. I'm going to start to reframe my own relevance with myself and stop the insanity of being relevant to anyone, anywhere else. There is so much freedom, expansion, and I guarantee you alignment with your divine soul when you're willing to be irrelevant. I love you so, so much for being on this journey with me. Until next time.